Artificial intelligence objects. One. The first human existence, settlement, and reproduction were caused by his need to have some way to use the material and non-material tools he had with his body. This method distinguished man from all other creatures and made it easy for him to harness what he could from the world around him to serve him. This method developed gradually over time. And man does not really know what it consists of and how to distinguish it from other creatures. With further settlement, development, and the innovation of communication tools and languages, this distinctive method was called intelligence. Researching and interpreting it is impossible, because we do not know where it comes from and how it is generated, how it serves us in this wonderful way in our lives. What makes it fluctuate from one person to another, and not at the same level for all people? If that had happened, it might have led to the annihilation of humanity and not its development. Who controls it, its pattern, and its quality? How do we obey it as we want, good or evil? And the extent to which it penetrates us as a material and non-material body, where does it spread and does it interfere in our analysis of daily actions? Does time have an effect on it? Is it a dormant element in us that activates whenever the need arises? Does it have anything to do with science? Does he have any types? Two. Why did our ancestors live within a limited intelligence? A simple and simplified life that did not require generating specific intelligence for life. Their innovations are limited and depend only on need. And imagination is a rare thing, because their knowledge was limited to the science of survival, such as housing, eating, drinking, and clothing, which we call the basics. Anything other than that, we call it luxuries. If they exist, and they are reserved for the elite of the people and limited in capabilities and technology. In contrast to that, there are people who claim that humans in ancient times, during specific periods of time, lived with amazing knowledge and intelligence. They have reached very advanced and intelligent levels. But where are their achievements and the effects of these technologies, if any? We continue to live with limited degrees of intelligence, dominated by our intense love for luxuries and material things. Our intelligence in these matters declined over time and time. But the impetus for humanity came to it from the materials and elements of the earth, and it calls on it to dust off its true treasure. Otherwise, we would have remained as we are over time. What lies within us is the intelligence that gave us knowledge, as if he was speaking to us and telling us that enough is enough. Use the tremendous power you have and discover what is in your land and what is above and below it, and raise your humanity to new levels of life. Step by step, then walk, then jog, then run. The great question remains. What is the intelligence through which we can be at the highest levels and levels of life? Is it types, through which we ride air and water? How does it develop in us and what is its relationship to science? If I live in a desert, For example, I do not need it. Or do I need another type of it that meets just what I need? Man has begun to learn the arts of using intelligence in this era. And he realized that he has capabilities that will take him to unlimited levels. The coming eras, if we remain at this level of development, will witness that we have made good use of this being within us, which is called intelligence. Yes, I say being because its properties are unknown. As we progressed, we reached the point of making robots that moved and spoke independently. And we made computers and developed them until they reached a high degree of performance. The rest of the devices developed in the same way in a crazy and rapid upward manner. And they became aware of some kind. We were surprised by the emergence of artificial intelligence, which is now capable, even though it is still in an advanced stage, of accomplishing imaginary tasks and operations in just a few seconds. All of this was done thanks to the basic foundation that paved the way for this, which is programming languages and computers, the basis of which is the processors that established a revolution in the science of artificial intelligence. With these amazing speeds of response and implementation, I am truly confused when I see and hear these supernatural things. Because human intelligence needed a foundation in which to be formed. So perhaps the human brain was its home and base within us. And the speed of its development and response depended on the extent of the person's learning and availability of information. And here intelligence gave birth to another dangerous and great intelligence. Because artificial intelligence found the appropriate environment to become this very advanced technology. This puzzled me as I thought about how this intelligence appeared, which took on an awareness of its own and began to think, speak, and move with constant, terrifying development through a body or any bodies that have energy that enables them to move, whether created or manufactured. These bodies, whether created or manufactured, have the infrastructure to receive the intelligence element. But this infrastructure varies from one body to another. Accordingly, it adapts according to the capabilities of the body it inhabits, and gives it the ability to think to varying degrees from one situation to another. The infrastructure of the person, the body, or even something else, which may be represented by the brain, the home of intelligence. It is believed that it is its source, which has been present with the creature since its birth. Let us list some possibilities for the emergence of intelligence in general. The first possibility. Intelligence is a free and independent being. It is without form and in a state of rest, and moves to the specific body in which it will live and under specific, special conditions, with the presence of the energy necessary to nourish it, which is issued from the body, or body immediately after its origin or presence in any place. 6. The second possibility. Intelligence is an energy integrated within the diverse energies of the universe that surrounds us from every side. It has its own rules and orders through which it responds to these orders and enters into bodies and bodies of all kinds in existence. The extent of a creature's intelligence is determined according to the way it was created, its type, and its shape. Seven. Third possibility. Intelligence is a spatio-temporal activity with its own awareness that is widespread throughout existence. It settles in the bodies and bodies of creatures of all types, and regardless of their type, immediately after their emergence. It works to activate the characteristics of all types of thinking. Artificial intelligence objects. 8. Fourth possibility. Intelligence. Engineering authentic universality in the universe. It was engineered to be among the foundations by which the universe was created, with the aim of transferring awareness, perception and thinking to bodies and bodies. The midwife and the formatted. This engineering has its various types in life. Artificial intelligence objects. 9. Fifth possibility. Intelligence is a system in itself. It is one of the esoteric systems of the universe that is spread throughout it. He has the ability to activate the intellectual systems of living and non-living bodies, and bodies which may or may not have brain capabilities. He adapts to it according to the intellectual capabilities of this body.